Hey, why does a video about a flight from Abu Dhabi start with me standing in a park in a snowstorm? Well, there are three reasons. But first, I'm Jeb Brooks from greenergrass.com. Thanks for tuning in. Look, this makes for a much better background than my apartment. That's the first reason. The second reason is I've made it to my home on the east coast of the United States from Abu Dhabi. And thirdly, I thought this would give me a good opportunity to give you some context. This flight is the final leg in a series of videos about my trip back from Bali. I spent 4 days in Bali after making my way there thanks to Delta's inaugural A350 service from Detroit to Tokyo. And, you know, it's taken me 45 hours to get back. A lot of people, including the cab driver back in Bali, would say 4 days there doesn't make a lot of sense after a 45-hour trip back.
It's not balanced for the stay in Bali, 4 days and 40 hours. Come on.
But if you're like me, and I think you probably are since you're watching this video, I love the travel. I love the experience of being in airports and on airplanes as much as I do the vacation. So I hope you'll enjoy this video. And let me tell you, it was an incredible trip. From takeoff to touchdown to the in-flight service, I even got to check out the cockpit. So let's head back to Abu Dhabi where it's a little warmer and enjoy the trip. I am walking down the concourse here at the Abu Dhabi airport to catch a 787 that will take me to Washington's Dulles airport. I am so excited about this. I'm in first class. It's gonna be awesome. The lounge was incredible, and if that's even 1/10 as cool as this, it's on point. Can't wait to share it with you. Let's get started. Speaking of lounges, there's another one after security at the Abu Dhabi airport. If you're flying to the United States, you actually go through customs and immigration before you leave Abu Dhabi. So it's nice to have this lounge to spend some time in before we boarded. Well, boarding's about to begin for this flight from Abu Dhabi to Washington Dulles on an Etihad 787's first time with Etihad in their first class, and first time with Etihad on a 787, so pretty excited. Seat 1A, which means I'm facing backwards. I'm very excited about that. It's kind of weird to say, but I really am. So let's get on this bird. This is awesome. This is so awesome. It's huge. I mean, obviously we'll have plenty of time. I think the flight's 14, 15 hours, something like that. I don't know, to explore it. But it is huge. I mean, it's awesome. The only thing I'll say is that I brought 2 carry-on bags, and there was not room for the other one. I wish I'd known that. I would have checked it, but I had to get some space in the closet up there, but not a big deal. This is awesome. From what I've been told, the A380 apartments are much larger than the 787 suite, but there was plenty of room for champagne while I settled in. I just got introduced to the suite and all of its features, so I should be ready to share those with you. I will introduce you to everything I've seen here in just, well, once we get in the air. How about that? See you in a bit. Well, I've changed clothes. I'm saving the pajamas. I don't want to wear them on the flight, so here's some Arabic coffee. Cheers. be very direct about these 787 window shades. I didn't care for them. This is a time-lapse footage. It took too long to get them to darken, and they really weren't all that dark. But who cares about window shades when you can have a martini on an airplane? Let's take a look around the suite. Here, just to the left, is a control panel. Now, I've got to tell you, this is probably the most responsive and easy-to-use touchscreen I've ever experienced on an airplane, and I'm kind of a stickler for those. There was another one here to control the seat and lighting, and even had a Do Not Disturb sign along with an adjustment for the cushion firmness. Pretty surprising. Now, it was so easy to get comfortable in this seat because you could adjust it any way you wanted and from anywhere you wanted. There were some more buttons there. Now, there's also a small closet here which is perfect for storing clothes if you change into the pajamas provided or bring your own as I did. There's also an incredibly soft blanket provided on the ottoman along with a pillow on the seat. Here to the right is, of course, the all-necessary minibar, because asking for service would require too much work. I took advantage of those bottles of water to be sure. Even though the 787 is pressurized to a lower altitude and humidity is increased, it's still important to stay hydrated on any airplane. Because the first-class cabin was relatively empty, the crew were kind enough to set up seat 1D as my bed. I'm now in bed, and I'm going to try to catch some sleep. So I closed the doors to the suite, turned on a movie, and got myself ready for bed. And with that, it's time for bed. Good night. The A350 sleep was better, but that might have been because I was more tired. I'm still feeling pretty good, hydrated, rested, frankly, ready to eat. So I'm probably going to figure that out next. When I woke up, we were somewhere over Europe. Well, let's take a look at the menu. If I go too quickly, of course, feel free to pause. If you'd like to skip this part of the video, just move ahead about 20 seconds and you'll get right past it. It was so nice that I could eat whenever I wanted, so after I woke up, I had the most indulgent breakfast I've ever experienced in my life. Let's explore this suite a little bit more. I loved that the tray table could be moved easily forward and backward, which meant even when I was eating, I could get out of the suite if I needed to. And before I knew it, we were crossing over into North America. That's Newfoundland down there, and the flight was coming to an end. But of course that didn't mean there wasn't time for one more meal. So I ordered my favorite, potato chips and the world-famous Etihad steak sandwich. And let me tell you, this was delicious. Hello, it's about hour number 43 or 44 of this journey that began way back in Bali. There's about 1 hour and 10 minutes left in flight, and I'm tired. There's no way around it, but I don't want this to end. I want to just hang out here more. This scene is so cool. Entertainment is on point. I've been seeking like the best entertainment in the sky, and I think Etihad is pretty close. Really good stuff on the in-flight entertainment. Anyway, a little bit more to go. As I said, about another hour, and I'm going to savor every second of it because this is pretty cool. I hate an overcast approach. There's nothing to see out there. Welcome to Washington. On my way out, I was invited for a quick visit to the cockpit. It was a highlight of the trip. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please click that thumbs up button to say you liked it. If you didn't like it, how about clicking that thumbs down button twice? I'm only kidding. Seriously, I'd appreciate a comment with feedback. What can I do to make these better? I'm excited because it's the end of 2017. In 2018, I've got a lot more trips planned. Look forward to sharing more of those videos here. So if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Just click that subscribe button so you can be among the first to know when I post something new. Thanks again for watching. See you in the sky.